Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to The Contentment. This is a place where we pull together ideas from the world's creatives to help level up our mind, body, and spirito. Yep, that's the classic intro right there. This week's letter is all about being the player one in your life. Picking up the controller, your mind and your body, and getting to the game of your life and being player one actively. There's so many incredible figures out there that talk about the player one mentality and being player one, but adopting that yourself is a whole nother story. And we look at all those people living those lives and we think that we can't do it because we are us and they are them and they us, and it's like as if it's this unachievable thing far outside of our perspective. But if you adopt the mentalities that they have, then surely we will attract the same things that they have and be able to manifest certain different things into our life. Let's pray that this is a testament of that, and as the years continue, things develop for myself, and then it will no longer be old hunter speaking words, it'll be factual stuff, and I won't have to speak, and that will be nice, and I look forward to that day. Let's soundbite this for the future, that'd be fun. Anyway, you know, how many things do we do that we're sort of like half in, half out? You'll be talking to someone, but you'll be thinking about something else and give them like average as answers, and the conversation will stop. And, you know, how many of these things are we doing? We're watching Netflix, but we're on our phone. We're talking to our girlfriend, but we're not actually paying attention. We're hanging out with friends, but we're kind of not really there because there's shit going on in the background. How many things do we do that we're like half in and half out? And I can speak on myself, and it's a fuckload for me, but this is where the player one mindset comes in. And, you know, you are the player, the one player of your game. You are the player one of your game, and you get to choose how you want to show up for each game. A game being a meaningless conversation with someone at the supermarket, the game being a footy game on the weekend, the game being a literal video game, the game being the gym, the game being reading a book. Are you actually playing that game completely, or are you just fucking half in and half out wasting your life and time? It's something that I think about all the time. Like, you can change your perspective so quickly as you're in a conversation and be like, fuck, alright, I'm just going to actually pay full attention to what this person is saying. I'm going to give them a full, thought out, proper answer and have a genuine conversation with them, not just me dealing with my shit, trying to pass the time because I'm half in and half out of each and every game. Let's go all in on each of the games that we play, and a game is presented to you right now. And if you're watching this or listening to this, this is literally part of the game, and you get to choose how you show up for it. I'm currently reading Jordan Peterson's latest book, Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. I listened to the first one years and years ago when I was going through some shit, and it really helped me, and this book is amazing. So there's a quote in this book that I just absolutely love at the moment. I can't get enough of, and to give context to this quote, it's talking about how if you have success and you are a successful person, then to maintain this successful trajectory, it is best to carry this mindset into it. To carefully and with true humility subordinate him or herself to the current game, and develop the knowledge, self-control, and discipline necessary to make the next move. Discipline necessary to make the next move. I think that that is probably one of the wisest pieces of advice that I've ever received, that I've read, that, you know, like, ever. Developing the discipline to continue and make the next move. If I just speak on my own experience, and fuck, like, good on me, wahoo, but here I am again recording another video, writing another letter for literally zero return. I get nothing out of this other than me trying to chase my dream, and having the discipline to do so continually for however long I continue this will be the difference between whether I make it or not. If I just give up now, then nothing's going to eventuate from it. So yeah, it's just one of those things. If you learn discipline to continue no matter what, your emotions, you feel like shit, oh no, sad, happy, whatever, discipline will make sure that you show up and get it done. rather than relying on the emotion and motivation. 9 times out of 10, I can't be fucked doing what I need to do. I do it, I feel amazing after, I make progress, and that's all I can ask for. Progress over everything. Shout out Kill Rob Bailey. If this life was indeed a game, hint it is, then what would you do? What missions would you play? What character would you level up into? Are you a magician? Are you a warrior? Are you a mage? Are you an assassin? Like, what is your character in this world? Obviously, I'm not talking about killing people and shit, but you get to choose the vast array of characters. I could say right now that I am a movement, creative, and expressing himself character that's hoping to develop into a king, warrior, magician, lover archetype. That is what you could say that my character is, and I'm trying to play those roles. I know this is quite an out of it view and a way to look at things, but I genuinely believe life is just a game. And you know, like when you're playing Call of Duty, let's go back to the days of playing Xbox. You're either playing and you're like kind of like fucking around, or you're in and you're focused and you're really playing. And the difference in the fun you have and how you play, for me, is always better when I'm all in. And the same goes for my life. So if life was a game, which it is, who would you level up into? Who would you choose to be? Which character would you want to unlock? What abilities would you want to hone? What abilities would you want to unlock? You get to choose every single day. And the tools that we have to unlock those are our daily actions. So refining your daily actions will level you up into the character that you want to be. And just like a game, it's going to take a long, long time. But you will get there if you decide to go down that unlock path, that mastery path, that character unlock. Israel Adesanya, UFC champion, New Zealand legend. He has the player one mindset. He talks about it all the time. In his interviews and his posts on social media and stuff, like, he considers himself player one. He's not where he is accidentally. He has played the game to unlock the ability to be the best UFC fighter in the world. That's not an accident. He didn't just stumble into that. He didn't just luckily, whatever, good on him. He made it. Israel Adesanya is player one of his life. And through that mentality, he has now created freedom financially and so much success for him, his family, and those loved and close to him. And that is an outcome of him dedicating himself to the unlock of the character that he wants to be by being player one in his life. You know, for a dude like him now, from being player one, just because he is Israel Adesanya, just because he is who he is now set for the rest of his life. Forever. Just because of his name now. If that isn't an indication that maybe the mindsets of certain people like that aren't worth adopting, then I don't know what is. Like, it just seems ridiculous that that is an option, but we all condition ourselves into via our parents, society, and all of the bullshit that gets put on us to think that that's not even possible for us, to think that, oh, maybe our dreams are a little bit too outlandish, or we don't get taught that discipline is a skill. We don't get taught that self-worth and confidence and self-belief and all of this shit is a skill that you can hone every single day with daily actions. We don't understand that because we never got taught it. And I believe, for me, that is the most important thing that I've ever been taught, is that discipline, confidence, self-worth, and self-belief are all skills that you get better or worse at over time, just like anything else. Now, practically getting into how to actually adopt the mindset, like, woohoo, player one, nice, man, that's awesome. Like, what are you meant to do with that? Well, something that I personally do is take cues, prompts, and other thought ideas into my breathwork practice. When I'm at the height of my breathwork practice, as I've said before, I'm in an altered state. I'm in a position where I can, like, install new software, if you want to put it like that, install new unlocks into the game, and adopt the player one mindset, surrender to your current experience, and start to take charge of your actions on a daily basis. That is the only way you will unlock the player one mindset. It doesn't have to be breathwork, it doesn't have to be my practices, but I cannot recommend enough to create a daily point, a daily full stop, a daily pattern interrupt, so that you can remember that you are player one to your life, and that you can remember that only you have the power, and that you can remember that you can do whatever it is that you dream of doing, but it takes daily action, discipline, and belief. And you cultivate that every single day by your daily actions. Am I a broken record yet? Yes, and I'm going to continue to be fucking forever, because this is my jam and I love this conversation. It's easier to be who you've been your whole life than to try and be someone new. People will hate you, people will talk shit, you will be uncertain and insecure because you don't even know where you're heading, but it is the most rewarding path. And at the end of the day, no one fucking cares anyway, so you might as well just send it. They're going to talk shit and forget about you, and then when you make it or whatever, you will be like, wow, I'm so glad I did what I wanted to do and didn't not live because of other people. There's just so much judgment that people face, and, you know, myself included. Like, I've had people say some things about what I'm doing, and it doesn't feel good, but at the end of the day, I'm loving my life and I'm happy with me, and I am the only one who has to deal with me 24/7. And when my mind is clear and happy and stoked, all of those opinions and all of the things that anyone has ever said means absolutely fucking nothing, because I love myself. And so I encourage you to show up for yourself every day. Prove that you love yourself. Choose daily actions that are going to lead you in the direction of unlocking the character that you want to be. If you don't actively choose what you want to unlock, you will get assigned a character, and it'll be a fucking boring one in my opinion. So choose which character you want to be. Unlock that with daily actions. That's the video, guys. Daily actions. If you want some tools and tips to figure out what practices you might want to do to help start unlocking different mindsets and different ways of viewing the world, flick me a message on Instagram. That's the best place to contact me. Or drop a comment on this video. Feel free to feel free to read this week's letter. Link in the comments. If you want to pick up my reminders deck, it's a deck of cards that reminds you of the truth every single day. I pull one every day just as a reminder. I don't believe the guides are blah 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 blah. This is just a fucking reminders deck. You pull one, it tells you a little bit of truth that you forget, that I forget all the time, and it's a nice reminder. It's as simple as that. Feel free to pick that up. Feel free to check out all of my other stuff. Feel free to head to thecontentment.net to check out my design portfolio and see if we can work together. If you have an idea, if you have a product, if you have a logo or a brand that you want to bring to life, check out my 3D work, and maybe I can help, maybe we can align, and maybe we can take over the world together with your brand. Oh, nah. You get the idea. I want to help you, and I appreciate you checking in. That's a wrap, guys. I hope you're having a really good week. I hope it started strong. I'm feeling so fired up, inspired, motivated, and just incredible. And again, it's a result of the actions that I'm taking every day. And I really hope that you can do the same. Much love, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. For the dream, for the contentment, every fucking last drop from this life. We get one shot. Much love, guys. Swag 420, peace. Swag. Goodbye.